rise now to raise a short duration discussion under Rule 50 of the Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business of the Meghalaya Legislative Assembly that the Shillong agglomerate areas be carved out of the East Khas Hills district and constituted into a full-fledged district in the interest of administrative convenience and robust governance. Sir, let me begin by reminding this august House that Shillong has undergone several important stages of transition. As the oldest capital town of Northeast India in 1874, it served as the capital of the chief commissionership of the then colonial government. And after which, when we fought for a state of our own, it became the capital of new state of Meghalaya, after having served also as the capital of undivided Assam after independence. So this city of ours, which started as a small town, will turn 200 in less than 50 years. In this journey, the town and now the city of Shillong has witnessed rapid growth of population, rapid growth of various sectors of the economy. It has become a hub of education and recreation, one of the most favored tourist destinations of the country, and it is literally bursting at the seams. And it is therefore only befitting that given the serious and severe challenges that it faces, these challenges can only be addressed through administrative and political intervention. We have seen instances which have become the rule rather than the exception, that districts have been created in Meghalaya purely on political consideration. Political exigencies have influenced creation of most districts. But when it comes to the city of Shillong, as I would like to argue here, is that the creation of this district, the Shillong, whether you call it agglomerate or Shillong metropolitan city, will be purely on grounds of merit. What are those grounds of merit? Logistics, for instance. We already have the infrastructure in place, but given the size of the area of the city, which has expanded and is now touching a population of 6 lakhs, given the density of population, the need for robust governance, administrative convenience, crime management, all of these, if one were to take a very holistic view, one would arrive at the conclusion that yes, there are enough grounds why Shillong agglomerate areas need to be carved out of the East Khasi Hills, and we can then have a separate city, district for the city, as is being done in major cities across the country. The closest example we have is that of Guwahati. But let me also cite the fact that we have major metropolitan districts like Mumbai City District and Mumbai Suburban District, Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Chennai, Kolkata, Ahmedabad, newly formed districts like Palghar District, Tirupur District of Tamil Nadu, all of these metropolitan cities have been constituted into districts within those cities themselves in order to address the various needs which I have tried to explain in my introductory remarks. Sir, if we look at the figures based on statistics, it is evident that Shillong deserves the kind of administrative arrangement that I am arguing for. Let me cite the fact that already out of the 17 assembly constituencies of East Khasi Hills, more than half of them, 9 of them, are part of Shillong agglomeration. Benthoramkra, Maulai, East Shillong, North Shillong, West Shillong, South Shillong, Mliam, Nong Thamai, Nong Krem are part of Shillong agglomeration. Apart from that, we also have Shillong Cantonment Board areas, New Shillong Township, and all of these, 9 of these constituencies constitute more than half of the East Khasi Hills district. Let us look at the density of population. The Shillong agglomeration has a population, as per the latest figures, of roughly 5,32,490, inching towards 6 lakhs. Let us look at the figures of the various other districts. East and West Khasi Hills, 1,31,451. East Jaintia Hills, 1,22,933. West Jaintia Hills, 2,72,185. South Garo Hills, 1,42,334. Altogether, when you combine the population of these 4 districts, 4 districts already created have a population of 6,68,909. Whereas the Shillong agglomerate areas has a population of 5,32,490. We have created 4 districts whose population is more or less that of Shillong agglomerate areas. Now you look at the density of population, because when we create districts, the whole point is to ensure that we take government and governance to the closest point and to the last mile of the map of that district. Look at the density of population. Per square kilometer, the density of population in Shillong agglomeration is 8,200 per square kilometer. Compare those figures with the other districts. South Garo Hills, 114. West Jaintia Hills, 160. East and West Khasi Hills, 200. Shillong agglomeration alone is 8,200 persons per square kilometer. As recently as September 2023, even in the Home Department, a meeting was taken up for the constitution and creation of a Shillong Commissionerate, which is something that our closest city, capital of Assam, Guwahati, has already done. They have a commissionerate for Guwahati city. And in the deliberations of this meeting, taken at the level of the IGP, Law and Order, as chairman, there was a presentation that argued for the separation of the Shillong, the East Khasi Hills, into two commissionerates. One, the Shillong Commissionerate, comprising of Maulai PS, Lumding PS, Laimkra PS, Rinja PS, Marandating PS, Sadar PS, and Laban PS, and also the new Shillong Township Zone of Sorengkham, Maurekening, Dieng Pasor, and Maudangdiang police stations. When you look at the crime rate, sir, it has been repeatedly observed that the highest crime-prone district in the entire state is East Khasi Hills. And hence this idea of having a Shillong Commissionerate and a rural police district, which would comprise of Penosla Police Station, Marandating, Soora, Shela, Maungap, and Mausanram police stations. Sir, it is only befitting at this point of time when we are witnessing intense and rapid urbanization. We have just the other day visited the new assembly complex, and we know that that entire township, the entire area under New Shillong, is growing by leaps and bounds. We are going to have the state secretariat and the various directorates there. Various other institutions are already coming up. And it would be really challenging for a government 5 years down the line to even think in terms of effective management, urban management, traffic management, crime management. How will all these issues be addressed unless you have a district where, as things stand now, let me just refer, in order to save time, sir, to the example of the fact that we have within West Shillong constituency, we have a police outpost, the Jalupara outpost, with a manpower of 8 police personnel, manning the highly populated Upper Moprem, Mauba areas, right up to to villages up to 7th mile of Upper Shillong. Is that humanly possible? No. Hence, the rising crime graph. Therefore, sir, I would like to get a categorical assurance from the government that all these facts and figures, so I believe in the power of facts and figures and logic rather than shouting my lungs out. These are simple facts that would convince all of us that these are cogent arguments in favor of constituting Shillong agglomerate into a metropolitan district. That time has arrived now, sir, and I believe that this suggestion will find resonance amongst all members of this august house, and we would take this matter forward by ensuring that we take immediate steps for separating the Shillong agglomerate areas from the rest of the East Khasi Hills. And again, I would reiterate, sir, that let's not do it purely because of political compulsions. These are facts and figures that bear out that the need is purely based on merit, and that should get the correct and timely attention it deserves. Thank you, sir.